Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Ask Matt Lloyd. So I'm here with Chan. He's one of our Diamond members. We are completing his film day, which you actually get as part of the Diamond Mastermind. And he has the question for today. This is for new entrepreneurs, so it's going to help you a lot. So what would you like to know?
Yeah, hello guys. Matt, since I'm quite new for the online marketing industry, and I find I'm struggling to brand myself for the online marketing niche. So, what should be your top 3 pieces of advice for the new starter like me? How to brand myself in the online marketing on the make money online niche?
Okay, so you're brand new in the make money online niche. That means that you're selling products that teach people how to make money. The problem is you yourself haven't made money or you haven't made a lot. So how do you brand yourself? That's a great question. I used to wonder that all the time in 2009. I used to think I've got absolutely no results. How do I position myself where people actually want to buy from me and follow me? And I really struggled with it for a while. I think I'll tell you first of all what not to do. This is what a lot of people do. A lot of people try and fake it. They try and fake it and they try and come across as if they're making all this money when in fact they're not. And you don't want to do that because number one, most people can see right through it. Number two, it's not really that honest. It's a little bit disingenuous and also you're not going to feel good doing that either. Okay, you might feel a little bit like a fraud doing that, putting yourself out there as if you've made all this money and you have all this success when you haven't. So my first piece of advice is just be very honest about the fact that you're brand new or that you haven't yet got a lot of results. People care less about that than you might think. If you've been to any of our seminars, especially the Supercharged Summit, one of the stories I often tell is how I got into this industry when I was brand new back in late 2008, and I had a choice between 2 different companies and 2 different people I could follow and buy from. And one of them was making $50,000 a month in one company. They were very successful. And the other person had never made a sale in her life, okay? And she was in a different company, both very similar companies. And I ended up choosing the one who'd never made a sale in her life over the $50,000 per month earner. And the reason why I did that is I felt much more comfortable working with her. I spoke to her once on the phone. I liked her. I felt like she understood me. I understood her. And I felt like if I needed help, I was going to get more support from her or more help from her than the other person. Okay, so people don't just look for the guru with the big check. Most of all, they care about, does this person I'm going to buy from or follow or study, do they care? Okay, do they care that I'm successful as well? Okay, so that's the first big thing. If you're brand new, you don't have a lot of results, tell people that. Say, hey, look, I'm not some fancy guru. I don't have big checks of millions of dollars to show you. The truth is, I'm a normal person. I'm just like yourself on this journey. But I am learning, I am very committed, I do plan on going places, and if you want to come along for the ride, get started with me and I'll teach you everything I know. And as I learn things along the way, I'll teach you those things as well. Okay, so that's the first big tip. Second tip is position yourself as someone who's on a journey. Tell them that, look, I am starting out on my journey. I'm going to be going to a lot of live events. I'm going to be interviewing a lot of very successful people, and if you get started with me, you're going to have access to all of my findings and all of my knowledge as I learn them. I'm going to be investing a lot of time and money in these things, and I'll pass on what I learn to you for free, or when you become a paid member of whatever you're promoting. So let's say you're in Moab, you might say, you could create a Facebook group, right? A private Facebook group, which anyone can do. You go to Facebook, look in the menus, create a group in about 90 seconds. It's really quite simple. And all of your buyers or your customers, you put them in this group. So it's like this insiders group. They can only get into it when they become a client. And you might say that all of my findings, everything I learn, I'm going to share with my paid clients. So if you want to get access to it, go ahead, invest in this program or buy this program, get started with me, and then I'll add you to the insider group, give it some name. And so what you're doing there is you're saying that you're investing all this time and money. They won't have to do it so much, and you'll pass on everything you learn to them. So you're on this journey, and they can come along. That's another way you can do it. Third tip is find successful people and leverage their results. Okay, so for example, kind of what we're doing right here. You know, you're starting to make sales, so you're getting some success under your belt. But you're here in our film studio. You've invested in this program, and as part of the Diamond Mastermind program, you got the film day. So you and I are now making videos together. You're going to be able to use these in your marketing or you like. So anyone who's brand new, if you go to live events, find really successful people, take pictures with them, interview them, ask them, hey, do you mind if I just record a quick video interview, and I'm just going to ask you one question. You'll find that the vast majority of time, they will say yes. Okay, if it's just one quick question, they'll be fine with it. So I see people do that all the time at Mob. The smart people, they come to our live events, they're affiliates, they go and find all the top earner affiliates, and they will do short little interviews with them. And then they take that video and they turn that into content that they can share with their audience. So if you haven't made millions of dollars yet in this niche, go and find people who have and leverage their results, brand yourself by association with them, and you'll find that even though you're not saying you're as successful as them, people see you alongside that really successful person, and some of that person's positioning and their branding transfers across to you. Okay, it just does. So align yourself with more established brands in the industry. Okay, and I'll give you one final piece of advice. Every time that you get a result, you want to leverage it. Okay, so for example, you just got started fairly recently, Chan, and you've already had 3 pretty good sales where you made $1,250 each time. So what you could do is you could log into your back office, screenshot that and say, I've been able to make up to $1,250 online on my very best days, and show people that. Leverage that result. Now, before you had that result, before you'd made all those sales, I'm sure you had other smaller results. For example, maybe you generated 5 or I think you told me 7 leads in a single day. For a lot of people, they don't know how to do that. So you could screenshot that, and anyone at home watching this, when you get your first few leads, screenshot that and leverage that result. Say, hey, look, I might not yet be this big fancy guru who's making millions of dollars, but I do know how to generate leads. On my best day, I've been able to generate 5 leads. That might not sound like a lot, but for you, maybe you haven't yet figured out how to generate leads. I can show you how. If you'd like me to show you how, I'll get on the phone with you. I'll walk you through it step by step, and I'll offer this to you when you get started in this program. And then whatever program you're selling, they buy that, and then you give them your 30 minutes of consulting. So every result that you get, you leverage it. Okay, every result, whether it's your first few clicks, you got your first bit of traffic coming in, leverage that. Or it's your first few leads, or in your case, your first few sales. You're going to keep on marketing. Very soon you're going to start making some good high ticket back end commissions as long as you keep on promoting. So you're going to have a day soon where you might make 3,300 where you get a titanium commission. You keep on marketing, and eventually you'll have your first $10,000 day where you get your first diamond sale. So the moment that happens, then you really talk about that. You feature that in your marketing, and it's very exciting, and you share that with people. Okay, does that help?
Yep. Actually, this is a real mind open for me. Okay, actually now I know. Okay, because I'm so scared. Okay, to share with people, I'm not confident enough. Okay, and now every even now I know the tips. Even every single result. Okay, I just use it to leverage. Okay, to brand myself. Okay, and I've tried to help people. Well, there are 3 top advice. Just try to help people just like me. Okay, then leverage with my results and leverage with the successful affiliate. Okay, the top 3 advice. So guys, okay, this is very informative, and thank you so much for your advice.
You're welcome, Chan. So if you have a question for me, you can go to askmattlloyd.com. Otherwise, we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.